Let's do it. Good day for some gratitude. So I'm going to do one of my, we haven't done this one in a while. Gratitude for the basics. I think it's always it's kind of with me actually most days, but nice to do an explicit session. So let's start. Close your eyes. Notice the body breathing. So you can really feel into the sensory experience of having a body right now. And all of it. So pleasant sensations, if there's any unpleasant ones, little aches and pains or things like that. Just making space for all of it. Just acknowledging we go through life in this body. It's constantly changing. I'm just taking stock for a moment. What's it like to be in my body right now? Noticing the belly, the chest, the shoulders, hands, and all the stuff going on inside and around the head. And so, given that it's Thankfulness Thursday, the key is to remember that gratitude is an embodied experience. We might activate it or stimulate it by using the mind or the brain or sort of cognitive activity. But in my book, the point of the experience is to actually feel it in the body. So it's nice to just familiarize yourself with, oh yeah, here's my body right now. So the goal as we walk through this meditation is to really feel a sense of gratitude in the bodiness in the body. And so gratitude is this experience that accompanies an awareness that something good has happened or is happening to us. And I always love this last part here, through no doing of our own. So gratitude is really about noticing that for some reason, whatever reason, someone did something or life granted us something that we're noticing and then feeling in the body and saying, wow, lucky me. I could have been completely different. Something completely different could have happened, but instead, this thing happened and I'm noticing how it feels in the body. So let's start with safety. The fact that we're all on this call right now means that we are enjoying and the beneficiaries of a basic degree of safety that allows us to sit down, find some space. No one's threatening us right now. There's no bombs being dropped on us. And how lucky. I don't think any of us got up this morning and actively did something that would lead us to some sense that we are deserving of a fate that's different from many other people in war zones around the world who woke up this morning and for some reason the bombs are falling and their safety is being threatened. So just appreciating this basic situation that we find ourselves in that is imbued with a sense of safety. And then next, what I call a functioning society. And of course, our society is by no means perfect. It's not without its faults. For the most part, just taking a moment to appreciate the things that actually do work. We can call 911. Our house starts burning. There's a fire department nearby that is filled with awesome, healthy young people that will rush to our aid and do their best to help us. If we have complaints or need help of some sort, there's usually a somewhat functional city hall nearby that we can go to and pick a number and talk to someone behind a counter and lodge our complaint. So again, it's not perfect, but boy, is it much, much better than what most humans have experienced throughout history. Certainly what many humans are experiencing in this moment in other parts of the planet. Just taking that in for a moment, and again, seeing if you can feel the gratitude somewhere in the body. And next, what I would call basic infrastructure. So just think of the roads. They have lines in the middle, crosswalks that have been painted, stoplights that mostly work, even parking meters that work and keep some semblance of order in terms of where cars end up and for how long. Again, it's not perfect. We're blessed with this infrastructure, sewage system that we never really see, but somehow magically we flush toilets and our waste just disappears, gets handled. Electrical wires. I guess that infrastructure applies to our home. You walk into any given room, you hit the light switch, and magically light appears, typically 24/7. And again, most people did not have that 100, certainly 200 years ago. None of that existed. And it's so easy to take all of that for granted. We have bathrooms with showers and hot water. How lucky. Next, communal spaces. This one's oftentimes really overlooked. I think we should just take it for granted, but I go for a walk several times a day with my dog, and I'm the beneficiary of parks and trails that are maintained. And so there's a lot of spaces, even in downtown Fairfax, that are just enjoyed by all of us that live here. It's easy to forget all the people that pick up the trash, clean the roads, if need be, tow cars that have been sitting there for 3 months. There's all this stuff that happens so that we benefit from communal spaces that are mostly functional. Access to food. This is one that still blows me away. We have some really amazing grocery stores, or a amazing grocery store here in Fairfax. And it's just mind blowing when you walk in there with this lens of gratitude and appreciation, and just look around and say, it's unbelievable, how easily we can access healthy, good food. Yeah, it's expensive. And, our ancestors certainly didn't enjoy this. They had to work really hard to either hunt, grow their own food, trade. It was much more seasonal. So in the wintertime, you didn't have the benefit of access to, fresh vegetables or fruits. Now, for the most part, we can walk. We have a choice of grocery stores and farmers markets and places we can go to access food in ways that most people don't. Most people can't. And then waste and garbage. Sometimes I complain about people throwing their trash in the street or elsewhere, but even that is typically short-lived. At some point, I know there's a whole bunch of people that our community pays to come and pick up the trash on Monday mornings and sweep the streets and swap out the trash bags in the public garbage cans. And again, all of that stuff gets handled. And I've been to many places on the planet where that is just not the case. And there's trash everywhere. It smells, doesn't feel good. So just appreciating that basic benefit that we have just by virtue of living here at this time. And then also an appreciation for convenience. We live in an incredibly convenient time. A few nights ago, I didn't feel like cooking and wanted to eat Indian food. And, about 43 minutes later, I had this whole amazing meal that I could never have cooked for myself. And there it was. And all I needed was to pick up the phone, call the restaurant here locally. They prepared it. It's consistently good. Same with how we buy things, online, and we might have our opinions about Amazon and other sort of online retailers, but the truth of the matter is we live in an incredibly convenient time, as it were. So just appreciating that for a moment. Take a deep breath in. Long, slow exhale through the mouth. Relaxing the belly, the hands, the chest. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and in and out. So letting it go, sort of breathing into the space that will be the rest of your day. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your eyes, come on back. I might keep going with this one for a while longer. I think it's a great practice, especially as you're walking around. If you're heading out for the rest of the day, see if you can walk through the rest of your day with this lens of looking for all the stuff that isn't necessarily apparent or obvious, but just imagine like all the people and all the time and effort that goes into maintaining that stuff. So that's a useful reminder. Appreciate you all. See you tomorrow.
Thanks, Oli.